cars.
Why there'll never be flying cars?
Yeah.
May I share
We
this with
started
you?
with this, please.
Let's go back to why anyone would want a flying car in the first place. Let's say there was only one road.
Okay.
Okay? That was the width of your car. And you're driving on this road, and there are cars behind you. The fastest you could go on that road is the speed of the slowest car on the road.
Right.
Make sense?
Yes.
This is travel in one dimension. That sucks. What you really want is travel in two dimensions. So you take the road and widen it. Let's make 2 lanes. 2 lanes in one direction. We can have 2 the other way as well. That doesn't matter here. Now you have 2 lanes. So now I can go around you, your slow-ass car. Okay? And that's fine. This was a great improvement on one-dimensional travel. Now it's 2 dimensions. Okay? I can shift left or right as well as move forward or backwards to move. And the more lanes you have, the more two-dimensional that is. Okay. The 405 here in Los Angeles, what is it, 6 lanes each? It's 12 freaking lanes. Okay. You are fully exploiting the two-dimensionality of travel. But you still have so many cars that you say to yourself, I want to bypass this traffic. If you went from 1 dimensions to 2 dimensions, bypassing is just another lane. But now all 12 lanes are plugged and you want to bypass it. So you're thinking, I need to travel in another dimension. I want to travel in the 3rd dimension. If I do that, I can bypass all these cars. I want a flying car.
Yeah.
Okay. We already have flying cars. They're called helicopters.
Well, the helicopters were originally invented for that.
They're called helicopters. They're noisy. They have to create a downward thrust of air equal to its own weight. If you're going to have a flying car, that's what it's going to have to do.
Right.
They're noisy. They completely disrupt the terrain wherever they fly. So the issue is not that you want a flying car. You want to travel in that 3rd dimension. We already do that.
How do we do that?
They're called tunnels. They're called bridges. When you have a huge intersection, you don't move people through one another. You build one road over the other. You build one road under the other. You are exploiting 3 dimensions so that traffic can go in perpendicular directions simultaneously. That's what the flying cars would have given you. But we do that at intersections because it would be impossible to move 12 lanes of traffic through an intersection that crossed another freeway. New York City has done this. We do this. You're in the streets, there's too many cars, you can't move. Let's move in the 3rd dimension. Let's build a subway.
This sounds like a guy who's trying to sell me something
I'm telling
that's
you.
better than a flying car. This is what it sounds like. You're like, listen, man, that flying car is bullshit, and I'll tell you why. You could buy a flying car.
I want you to appreciate moving in the 3rd dimension.
I do appreciate
The
it.
New York City subway system moves 1 billion people a year. And they all go in the 3rd dimension, beneath the ground, through tunnels that are layered on top of one another.
Well, the New York City subway system is amazing.
How
no doubt about it.
you can move that many people.
It's great, but it's not as good as a flying car.
It's not as cool as a flying car,
Right.
but it's as effective as a flying car.
No, not
because
for a
I
person
go
who has a
past-
flying car. Person who has a
You know
flying
what happens if a car fails?
falls.
It's just
Out of the
on
sky.
the ground. It just stops.
Right,
And
you're gonna land on people's
if a
houses
flying
and
car
shit.
fails, you're dead. And you know what?
It's like a boat,
Tunnels
but for the air.
and bridges are flying cars.